Jayson Tatum issues confident message on Achilles injury rehab. The Boston Celtics are entering the 2025-26 NBA season without their franchise cornerstone Jayson Tatum, who continues to recover from a torn Achilles tendon suffered during the 2025 NBA playoffs. The Celtics are scheduled to open their regular season on the 22nd of October against the Philadelphia 76ers, but Tatum will not be available for that matchup as he remains in the final stages of his rehabilitation program. Tatum's injury, sustained during the Eastern Conference Finals, required surgical repair and typically demands a recovery timeline of 10 to 12 months. Despite the severity of the injury, reports and visual updates from the Celtics training facility have shown significant progress in his rehab process. The forward has been seen participating in controlled shooting drills and light movement exercises, signaling that his recovery is advancing as planned. In an interview with DJ Sidici of PokerStrategy.com, Tatum addressed both his progress and the public perception that he may be moving too quickly through the recovery process. The Celtic star dismissed concerns about rushing back to action and emphasized that his focus remains on long-term durability rather than speed of return. "The number is low," Tatum said when discussing the risk of re-injury. "Everybody thinks it's a time-based recovery. Time is obviously important, but you have to hit certain benchmarks. The most important thing is all these tests of your strength, the strength in your calf, the strength in your leg." Tatum elaborated further, noting that every player's recovery is different depending on physiology and rehabilitation methods. "For some guys, that takes 6, 9, 12 months. Everybody's just different. But the surgery that I got, the things that we've been doing, I feel very, very confident in that surgical site. We won't have that problem again." The Celtics medical team, led by Director of Player Health and Performance Brian Dew, has taken a cautious approach to Tatum's recovery. The organization has emphasized that there is no timetable for his return and that his availability will depend solely on clearance following a complete set of strength and mobility benchmarks. Tatum, a five-time All-Star and one of the NBA's premier two-way forwards, averaged 27.8 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 4.9 assists per game last season before the injury. His absence will have a major impact on Boston's offensive structure, as head coach Joe Mazzulla will rely more heavily on Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and Derek White to shoulder the scoring load during the early months of the season. The Celtics have retooled their rotation to stay competitive without their star. The addition of veteran forward Danilo Gallinari and the emergence of young players like Jordan Walsh and Sam Hauser provide flexibility in the wing positions. Still, the franchise remains clear that its long-term ambitions hinge on Tatum's full recovery and return to peak performance. Sources within the team have described Tatum's commitment to his rehab as methodical and relentless. He has been following a daily routine consisting of strength conditioning, balance work, pull-based movement training, and gradually increasing weight-bearing exercises. His on-court progression remains under close monitoring to prevent overexertion or setbacks. Celtics officials have also been encouraged by Tatum's mental approach to recovery. His confidence, patience, and attention to detail have been described as exemplary by team staff. Tatum continues to attend film sessions and team meetings, maintaining leadership presence even while sidelined. His active involvement in team practices, though non-contact, reinforces his influence within the locker room. League medical experts have noted that Achilles recovery procedures have improved significantly in recent years, with modern surgical techniques allowing players to regain full strength and explosiveness. Comparable recoveries by athletes such as Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson have shown that a return to elite form is attainable when handled with precision and patience. Boston's long-term objective is ensuring Tatum's return aligns with the postseason push. If his current recovery pace continues without complications, projections suggest a potential return window between March and April 2026. That would allow him to gradually reintegrate into the rotation before the playoffs while avoiding unnecessary risk. The Celtics organization remains unified in prioritizing Tatum's health over short-term performance. President of Basketball Operations Brad Stevens has repeatedly stated that there will be no shortcuts taken in the process. The team's medical staff, strength coaches, and rehabilitation specialists are working in coordination with outside experts to ensure a full and lasting recovery. For now, Boston's focus will remain on maintaining consistency and competitiveness in the Eastern Conference standings while Tatum completes his rehabilitation. Jaylen Brown is expected to take on primary scoring duties, while Porzingis and Holiday will anchor both ends of the floor to sustain balance within the lineup. Tatum's recovery progress continues to be monitored closely by fans, analysts, and medical personnel across the league. Each public update, from controlled shooting footage to mobility tests, reinforces optimism that the Celtics star is on the right track. His confidence in the surgical repair and rehab process further strengthens that belief. The Celtics' ultimate goal is a healthy, dominant Jayson Tatum ready for postseason contention. As of mid-October, both player and organization remain encouraged by the trajectory of his recovery. If his progress continues as anticipated, a return late in the regular season could give Boston a significant boost in their pursuit of another deep playoff run. Until then, Jayson Tatum remains focused, disciplined, and confident, a reflection of both his professionalism and the championship mindset that defines the Boston Celtics. For continuous coverage and official updates on Tatum's rehab timeline, injury milestones, and Celtics team developments, stay tuned to Newsweek Sports.